Hi guys, it's Kat here and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me yet, my name's Kathleen Rose McKellar, or best known as Kat, and welcome to my channel on YouTube. Welcome everybody to my first official show review on YouTube. So I say official because before doing the move to Melbourne, I originally filmed some show reviews of the Broadway shows that I saw when I was in New York in April of 2019. Now, all of those show reviews are on my big Mac computer, which is currently packed in Sydney. So I haven't actually uploaded them. They're currently in the stage of editing and I never uploaded them. So this is actually the first official one that I will be uploading first onto YouTube. So let's get started. So today's video, I will be reviewing Every Brilliant Thing, which was played at the Belvoir Street Theatre, and it is a one-man play, and Every Brilliant Thing is absolutely brilliant. There's no really other words to describe it. I was going into this one blind. I had no clue about it. My best friend Emma McKellar-Droguett, which you can find her on YouTube as well, she gifted the ticket for an early birthday present for me, which she is an absolute gem for doing. And she had seen the play before and she really wanted to see it again, and she wanted to bring me along because she thought that I would enjoy it very much. And I have to say I did so much. If you don't know the play Every Brilliant Thing, we'll try to make a very brief and quick synopsis of it. So Every Brilliant Thing is, it's about a child who their mother has gone through multiple attempts at taking her own life. As this first attempt happens when the child is 7 years old, he decides to write a list of every brilliant thing in the world. And because he's 7, he thinks up of things like ice cream, going to the movies, staying up late and watching TV. And as he gets older, the list goes on. Sometimes he forgets about it, but as time goes on and his mother tries more attempts, he gets back to the list, and somehow he always gets back to this list, and more people grab onto this list, and it goes from simple things like ice cream and movies to things like smelling freshly mown grass in the morning, his play, going through and through his life. He gets up on hard times, he has some great moments, he falls in love, and it shows that you really need to just take a moment. And eventually the list goes on to 1 million. And it is insane to think that this person could write this list. The best part I have to say about this play is that there is audience participation in it. I was told by Emma that there would be audience participation. I didn't know the extent. So walking into the theatre, one of the best things to actually see is when the actor is right there and he's handing out little small pieces of paper, and it has a number on the top and it has something written on the bottom, which is that brilliant thing. And when he calls out the number, the audience member has to read out the number. And it's always hilarious to see when the audience member that he picks coincides with that brilliant thing. I don't remember the number of it, but it said things with stripes, and the man who read it had a striped t-shirt on it. The part that I loved with audience participation was when he asked people to actually get up on stage with him to be a part of the play and to play different characters. There was the vet, there was a school psychologist that helped him handle everything with his mother, and there was his university professor, there was his dad. And those were the main 4 people. For me, I actually was called up as one of those people. I was called up as the vet. He calls me up and he asked me to be his vet because in the scene, it's a part where his dog passes away. Great moment to be a part of when you have to be the vet that euthanizes the dog. And then he grabbed Emma's jacket because he needed a jacket to play the dog so he could hold the dog like this. And he asked for a pen. Somebody in the audience had to grab a pen, and that pen was the needle. Fun times. And I had to put the needle in the jacket, and there was some funny moments where he said in the thigh, and I went to one side and he said, no, that's the head, I said the thigh, and I had to swap to the other side. It was funny, the audience was laughing, but then there was that moment where he asked the audience to please allow us to take this moment, that it was something very solemn, and all of a sudden it was quiet, and you could hear a pin drop. And that was a very special moment where he had everybody in the palm of his hand. Overall, the play, the way it was written by Duncan Macmillan and Johnny Donahoe. He wrote a play that shows you the beautiful things in life amongst all the terrible things that can happen. And it really reminded you that there are things to be happy about, no matter how down you can get about so many things, whether somebody in your life has passed away or whether you did so bad in an exam and you failed it. There's so many things to be happy about in that world, and they always made sure to mention that there is always going to be somebody there who can support you, whether they're so close or they're a state or a country away. And I thought that having that in a play with such an audience, everybody was touched by it. I could tell looking around the audience, it was theatre in the round, and looking around, it honestly touched everybody to have something like this just remind them you can stop and think about every brilliant thing that you have in your life. And if you have a chance, it is such a beautiful play. It is a one-person show, so it is very short. You don't have an intermission, you only sit there the one time. And it is so funny. It is so funny. I can't tell you how much I was laughing because it was that hilarious. But there are those moments where you stop and you have to take it in, and that's not a bad thing. In this, it was actually those moments that made the play as well. So I just want to say a very well done to Kate Champion, who directed the play, and to the co-director, who was also our actor on stage, Steve Rogers. You did absolutely brilliant. I've got my little ticket here as my souvenir. So happy. And to anybody in Sydney or around the world who has access to this play, I encourage you to read it or to go see a production of it, because it honestly will give you such a perspective on life, and it will just fill you with warmth, and you will have a really fun night. That's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. I will be putting on more show reviews, and I will be starting to film some song covers for you and doing some more vlogs. Okay, bye guys.